How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Timberborn here on the channel. I am Fuzzberry, and thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. So, as you can probably tell, we just got the new update 7, which is chef's kiss, amazing. But for some reason, hint hint mods probably, I cannot for the life of me get my game to load. So I've tried the ribbon map world. I've tried another save that I have on experimental branch as well. I can't get anything to load, anything to do with mods anyway. So what I was thinking is I would love for you guys to let me know if there's a map that you would want to see me do. So I've only ever played like 3 maps in Timberborn, honestly. So I've only ever played Folktails. So if you do want to see me play Iron Teeth, which I've never done, it could be interesting. Let me know. That'd be awesome. But yeah, anything. Yeah, I beat Waterfalls. That's another. I tried to get that save to load, but it just wouldn't. But yeah, any of these maps, and obviously any custom maps too. Like, let me know if there's any custom maps you want to see. I would love to take a look at those too. But yeah, let me know. And we can start a new game. We can play through the new update, kind of get a feel for it, all that kind of stuff. While we're doing this, actually, let me walk through the update itself. All right, y'all. So this is update 7 on the experimental branch. There's a bunch of stuff to get into, so let's just walk through real quick. I'm sure you've probably seen most of this before if you've kind of browsed the subreddit or seen it on Steam yourself or other YouTubers, whatever. But yeah, so the first big thing is 3D terrain. So we'll be able to put terrain blocks on basically any other surface. So this will unlock like a lot of really interesting stuff. Maybe do some caves, do some interesting kind of build techniques we can do here. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, like one of their ideas is doing like a hanging garden, which I guess could work. Not really hanging, but you get the idea. I like their design here with everything, and you have the little water at the top to kind of keep everything irrigated. So it's kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff to do. This one looks pretty insane, pretty crazy, but it also looks like you can go down through to see all the blocks using the layer tool, because before you couldn't. You could only just see like the stuff that you've built. So that's actually a really interesting update too. Cool. Let's see. Add a layer tool. Add the map editor. Cool. The other thing is for Folktails, we got ziplines, which I think is like really cool. I didn't actually know this was coming. I just saw the tubes previously. And so this is actually really nice because we can, like, we don't have to create a bunch of like little like stairways everywhere to get up to places. We can just put zip lines up and beavers can zip around all they want. So I think that's really interesting, especially in our map, which is, you know, we're keeping a lot of height variation. So this would be really interesting to kind of play around with. And their kind of example here is pretty wild. I mean, they have like kind of the central hub here, and it kind of spiders out, kind of like a transit system here, which is really cool. And this is going to come in handy like a lot in our build. I could potentially either get rid of the districts potentially, or maybe just have like much bigger districts than before, so that beavers can kind of zip around. So a couple things to note here: the zip lines are Folktails only. The tubeways are for the Iron Teeth, but it looks like they allow for up to 150% speed, which is awesome. And you must connect them between 2 stations, and they can take supplies and everything along with them, which is great. There's a zipline station, a zipline pylon, and a zipline beam. And yeah, each one is going to be, wait, what does the pylon do? Route your ziplines around the settlement without colliding with terrain, buildings, or other ziplines. Okay, all right. Zipline beam, similar to the pylon, but since they're smaller, zipline is hooked to the side. They'll help in tight areas. Oh, okay. So they're basically they do the same thing, but it's just like one's big, one's small. Cool. But they take the same amount of materials, so whatever. It's okay. Cool. And then tubeways. So if we play Iron Teeth in the future, we will have this option, which I think is really cool. It's like they just kind of, you know, it's Futurama style where they zip around, or like, my God, what is it? The Jetsons, like zipping around tubes and stuff. The tubes. All right. Basically, I think it's the same thing, right? They go pretty fast. It doesn't say 150%. Travel significantly faster. Thinks 4 times as fast. Okay. All right. That's pretty fast. Much faster than ziplines. So they have the same thing here. So tubeway station, which is the entrance, the tubeway itself, which I think has multiple variations, like the little turns and pivots and all that kind of stuff, and the ups and downs. And then the solid tubeway uses modular to create tubeway lines that go upwards or are built directly below buildings and terrain. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's kind of like power, where you had like a, you can put it up into a building and then just shoot right up into the building, apparently. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So you could essentially have just like a pathless settlement, basically, right? I mean, you could just have tubes everywhere with terrain on top, and it would just look really clean. You wouldn't have to have all this like spidering effect. I mean, you could if that's what you're going for. It's really, really interesting. A couple things to note here as well on the update. So they did update a couple things that I thought were interesting. So upward and downward power shafts no longer require points to unlock and use only logs to build. Okay, interesting. Smelter now produces metal blocks twice as fast, which is clutch. Pretty cool. Increased mines and efficient mines scrap metal production for all recipes. Okay, I like it. Slopes and stairs effect on range lines now significantly lower. Oh, okay, so like a range, so like if you have a, okay. This is hard to talk with this thing going. But yeah, if you have like a stairway going up here to collect the metal, and have like a collector down here, you would technically have more space available to you, is I think what that means. And the excavator no longer needs extract. Okay. All right, I guess. All right, so then some of the other miscellaneous stuff, let's just kind of walk through these real quick. Barriers placed next to each other now form a more seamless, larger structure, similar to how in-game fences work. Okay. Barriers no longer block relevant ground effects when placed on a diagonal line. This is communicated by the new visuals. Oh, so there's new visuals and stuff. Okay. Water source is now ground only. Was it not before? I don't understand that. Water source is now ground only. What was it in before? I don't understand. Okay, on the toolbar, spider dock now comes before cattail. All right. Decluttered the right bottom corner of the screen by moving the version number to the game. Blah, 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 okay. That's good. Key binding switch. Switch worker type in workshops. I don't know if maybe in a future update, but I would say I would love to have like an update where it was like, I prefer bots to work in this factory, but if for some reason there are no bots available, then just substitute with a regular beaver. You know what I mean? Like just have it, because there's too many times where like bot production gets interrupted, or there's some things that happen and you're moving things around, and then you start running out of bots, and then all your production just kind of ceases because it's not working, and then you have to go and manually update everything. I just feel like that would be a nice kind of quality of life update. Units okay. Key bindings. All right, I think that's pretty good. Add the build a map contest number 4. Ooh, nice. Okay, I haven't checked that out yet, but I will. I'll walk through all the bugs later. But yeah, so it's a basic idea. I think these are really amazing improvements, and I think we can do a lot of cool stuff. All right, cool. Yeah, so a lot of really fun and interesting stuff in the update that I would love to play with, but we'll just have to wait a little bit, unfortunately. And really quickly, just want to apologize too. Like the last couple of weeks have been pretty crazy. So I was out all last week for work. I took a little trip down to Florida, but I did actually get to see mangroves for the first time, which is kind of Timberborn related, and Spatterdock too. I'll try to throw some pictures up on the screen. Shout out for my Instagram if you want to check that out. But yeah, a little trip last week. I took a little extra time last weekend, kind of meandered around Florida for a little bit, and had a good time. Yeah, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of things here with Timberborn, and also I want to try to do. I've been seeing a couple other games around. So Aloft is one of them, And it's a really cool kind of exploration, sort of mythical thing. With you can build little houses on floating islands, all that kind of stuff. So I do want to try that, and I did get a couple other kind of cozy games that I kind of want to play around with, because I think we all need a little cozy time, you know, nowadays. So this is going to be a little short video. Really sorry, but yeah, let me know the top rated comment on this video for whatever map you guys want will be my my go-to. So I'll get started on that as soon as I can. And but yeah, until next time, I hope to talk to you soon. Have a great week. Hope you're all doing well. And yeah, take it easy. Have a good one.